You remember the sting first. Not the moment, not the words, just the feeling. A coldness in your chest, a heaviness behind your eyes, a small version of you standing on a playground, watching other kids run without you. You lifted your hand halfway, almost waved, almost joined, almost asked, but something in their eyes told you not to. So you stepped back, and the world moved on without noticing. Tell me something. Have you ever wondered why that moment still lives inside you? Because early rejection is not loud. It is quiet. It arrives in glances, in shrugged shoulders, in people forgetting your name, in invitations that never come, in the way someone laughs with everyone else, but not with you. And when it happens early, your body writes it into its foundation. A blueprint of absence, a soft whisper that says, maybe I do not belong. Welcome, by the way. I am glad you are here. Where are you watching from? Some of us grew up not with dramatic abandonment, but with subtle exclusion. Tiny moments, invisible wounds. You were not pushed away. You were simply not chosen. And that type of rejection hurts in a specific way. It teaches you to scan faces before you speak. It teaches you to shrink before you take up space. It teaches you that your presence is optional, that your voice is background noise. You learn to become agreeable, predictable, pleasant, because being easy to like felt safer than risking being left out again. That was not weakness. That was survival. Attachment research says children need to feel welcomed to feel real. Not praised, not entertained, just welcomed. Seen when they enter the room, missed when they leave it. If no one offers that warmth consistently, the child begins to watch themselves from the outside. You became your own observer, judging every word, every expression, every step, trying to make yourself impossible to reject. Has that ever felt true for you? You became careful, not out of choice, but out of memory. You remembered what it felt like to be on the edge of the group, laughing half a second late, talking just a bit too soft, never quite sure if you were fully invited or barely tolerated. That edge stayed with you. Now, even as an adult, you still second-guess messages before sending them. You rehearse how you'll say hello. You try not to take up too much space, even in your own friendships. You apologize for things no one noticed. You say never mind, when you really mean please notice. Because somewhere deep inside, you're still trying to make sure they don't turn away. That's the hidden pain of early rejection. It doesn't make you loud. It makes you less visible, less certain, less connected to your own needs. You begin to believe that inclusion is conditional, that love is earned by editing yourself. So you become a version of you that's easier to keep around. But here's the truth. No child should have to perform for belonging. And yet, many of us did. Still do. There's a psychological term for this, rejection sensitivity. When you've been left out or dismissed often, your brain starts bracing for it. You overinterpret small cues. You assume the worst in silence. You take neutrality as dislike. And all of this happens so fast, you don't even realize you're scanning for rejection before connection can begin. It's not paranoia. It's protection. It's a nervous system trying to keep you safe from feeling invisible again. And the cruel part? Sometimes, you push people away just to avoid being pushed first. That way, at least it's on your terms. You didn't imagine this. You adapted to it. You stopped expecting warmth. Started preparing for distance. So now, when someone gets close, you flinch a little. You question their kindness. You wonder, how long until they lose interest? What part of me will be too much? You scroll through messages and reread your tone. You replay moments and ask, did I sound okay? Was that weird? Did they mean it when they said they liked me? Because deep down, your body remembers the rules. Don't be too loud. Don't need too much. Don't expect to stay. And it shows up everywhere. In love, you might settle for crumbs. Think of them constantly. Feel unsure even when they say all the right things. In work, you hide your ideas. Downplay your skills. Fear that the more they see of you, the more reasons they'll find to exclude you. In solitude, you crave connection, yet dread being seen too clearly. You wear masks, even alone. If this is you, I want to say this softly. That wasn't your fault. You didn't fail at belonging. You were shaped by spaces that didn't know how to welcome you. Sometimes, we mistake shame for personality. But what if your quietness isn't you? What if your people-pleasing isn't kindness, but a shield? What if the child inside you is still standing on the edge of that playground waiting to be called over? Not dramatic, not demanding, just silently hoping someone will say, We saved a spot for you. You've spent years proving you're worthy of being chosen. But you were always worthy. You just weren't seen clearly. You learned to make yourself small because small felt safe. You learned to wait your turn even when no one was saving you a place. You learned to smile through the ache of being almost included, almost seen, almost wanted, and that almost became your template for love. You accept half attention. You settle for one-sided effort. You stay quiet so you do not risk being too visible. Because visible meant vulnerable, and vulnerable once meant alone on that playground. But hear me, your fear of rejection did not appear out of nowhere. It grew in the pauses between someone looking past you. It grew in the empty seat beside you. It grew in the quiet moments when you waited for someone to choose you. And they didn't. There is real research showing that early exclusion shapes the way the brain handles belonging. Children who experience subtle social rejection often grow into adults who monitor every gesture around them, every silence, every shift in tone, because somewhere along the line, you learned that connection could vanish without warning. So your nervous system stays alert. Too alert. It tries to protect you from reliving that first ache, the one you never had words for. Has that ever felt true for you? You might notice it in the way you hold your breath when someone pauses before replying, in the way you brace yourself before opening a message, in the way you assume you are the forgettable one in every room. But what if you are not forgettable at all? What if you were just surrounded by people who never learned how to include others? What if you were never the problem? What if you were simply out of place? And what if that lonely child inside you has been waiting, not for the world to change, but for you to finally turn toward them, to kneel beside them on that quiet playground, and say, I see you now. I am here. You don't need to earn your place anymore. You don't need to audition for affection. You don't need to shrink to fit into someone else's comfort. You get to take up space now, not because you've done enough, but because you are enough. And I know, your body still whispers old instructions. Stay quiet. Don't expect too much. They'll leave if you're honest. But maybe you can start whispering something back. You're safe. You're allowed. You belong. Let's start with small, gentle practices. Tiny bridges back to the part of you that got left out. First, try this. At the end of your day, write down one moment where you felt unseen. And then, beneath it, write what you wish someone had said to you. Give that validation to yourself. Because your nervous system can't heal through logic alone. It needs to feel what safety sounds like. Second, next time you catch yourself holding back in conversation, pause. Notice what you're afraid might happen. Name it. I'm scared they'll think I'm too much. Now answer it. But I'm allowed to take up space. And finally, revisit a memory where you were excluded. Not to relive it, but to reparent it. Imagine your adult self walking over to that younger version. Not fixing, just sitting beside them, offering presence, offering warmth. Because the truth is, you're not still that child waiting to be picked. You are the one who picks yourself now. You are not the outsider. You were just made to feel that way. And now, gently, quietly, you can come back in. Not into someone else's story. Into your own. And when you do, when you let yourself back in, the world doesn't fall apart. The people who are meant for you stay. Not because you've perfected your silence, but because you've stopped hiding who you are. The ache of early rejection may never fully vanish, but it doesn't get the final word. What it taught you about your worth, you get to rewrite that now. Not with grand declarations, with small, sacred truths. That you deserve to be chosen without shrinking. That your voice matters, even when it shakes. That you don't need to prove your right to belong, because that right was always yours. So if you've ever felt like the one on the outside, if this story sounded like yours, write one word below. The word you needed to hear as a child. Let it be seen. Let it be heard. And before you go, share this quietly with someone who's still trying to earn their way in. Still dimming their light to feel safer in shadows. Because the truth is, there's nothing wrong with being soft. Nothing wrong with needing reassurance. Nothing wrong with wanting to be loved without conditions. You were not too sensitive. You were just unseen. And now, you are coming back into view. Not perfectly, but fully. Welcome home.